Welcome back to another video. This video is not sponsored by either of these companies, but I wanted to show the difference between the two as I purchased both with my own money for my business, and we'll show you which one I like better. As always, there's links to the gear I mentioned in this video down below in the description. If you're interested in seeing in more detail this small rig and its features, I've got a link to that video here, but let's get into the build quality of each and compare the two. So as we look at the build quality, I would say they're very similar. The Tilta is probably a little more polished in terms of the machining and its fit and finish. They're really similar, but Tilta they've got just a little more edge on the fit and finish. Overall, the features, right out of the gate, I'm gonna have to say small rig wins for three reasons. One, small rig has a power button, on and off switch. Two, it comes with this articulating mounting arm. And then three, it's got a built-in USB port. All three of which the Tilta does not. So having the power button is super handy, and you can see in the other video how, that's just a game changer for me. And being able to just switch it on and off whenever I need to, while still having the battery mounted, is just awesome. In terms of DTAP ports, Tilta has two and Small Rig has one. So you've got one on each side for the Tilta, and then just one on this power switch side on the Small Rig. The locking mechanism for the battery, I would say they're really similar. In fact, I still have the tape on this one because I didn't know if I was going to return it or not. I'll take that off. That was weird. Yeah, there we go. Both of the mounting portions seem to be aluminum, which is really nice. And then both have the same plastic surrounding area. So you've got an aluminum body here on both of them, and then you've got this like plastic housing, and then the actual mount for the battery is aluminum. Both of these are the same in terms of your 12 volt and your 8 volt outputs. On the Small Rig, you've got them all kind of put right next to each other, which isn't a problem for me right now. And then on the Tilta, they're kind of spaced out. What I did notice on the Tilta was that they seem to have a little bit of give, and maybe that's just me being a little rough with it, but they're the same. You've got two 12 volt and one 8 volt output. I've mentioned this before, but the Small Rig has a built-in USB port, which is awesome for things like the Tilta Nucleus Nano, if you want to power the motor or the actual control wheel. That's really nice to have. Some V-mount batteries themselves have a built-in USB port, but then every time you swap the battery, you've got to unplug the cable and then plug it back in when you get a new battery. With the plate, it's all there. You can leave it plugged in. So you're probably thinking how handy this articulating arm could be for your setup, and that, like I said, was one of the biggest selling points for me. So in terms of mounting options, with the Tilta, you can mount it horizontally like this on the 15 millimeter rods. I've also seen where you take these screws out and you mount it vertically, so then your rods are going this way. But then you don't have any option of articulating it, moving it out of the way or anything, unless you loosen it from the 15 millimeter rods. Whereas with the Small Rig, you've got a ton of options here. You can change it in any direction. You can flip this around. These two screws here, you can rotate it 90 degrees, so then you could have your battery mounted sideways. There's just a bunch of different options. And considering that this is less expensive than the Tilta, and it includes the articulating arm, is just such a winning combo. Overall, I would say, Small Rig wins this one hands down. We'll see how it goes over time. I've only had this for a short period of time, but we'll see how long it lasts. But if you're considering either one, I would probably steer you in the direction of the Small Rig, just because of those features that I mentioned, the power button, the USB, and the articulating arm. I think these are very similarly priced, but you can check the price in the links in the description. Those are affiliate links, so if you use them, they help my channel, but there's no additional cost to you. So yeah, we'll see you in the next one.